Hi guys, welcome back to Origami Twist. My name's Jen, and in today's video we're going to do the second of my two-part series on basic paper quilting. Now, as you can tell, this is not quilting that has anything to do with fabric. It is completely paper, but you get the look of a quilted piece with your tiny little squares all laid out beautifully. Now in the first video, we made this little template. The video to that, well, there will be a link below, and I will try to put a link somewhere in the video itself as well so that you can go and check that out and make one of those. Once you have your template, you'll then need some tea bag folding tiles. In this case, I'm using a tea bag folding tile that I designed. I actually designed this one as well. And the PDFs for that are for sale on my website. They are printable squares, so you can totally print out a whole bunch of them and turn them into cards and things for sale at craft fairs and stuff like that. I only ask that you don't sell the actual file itself or print things out and sell the paper itself, because it's my design. And it is copyrighted. However, if you want to make things out of these and then sell those, that would be amazing, and I would love to see what you've made. I do have a Facebook page. Please show it to me on the Facebook page in the description below. And I do have a really cool little treat for you guys. I've created something I'm calling the Unicorn Collection, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to have it on the website, and it is very unique and really cool. It's every single product I have for sale on the Origami Twist website, all in one package for one very, very low price for what you're getting. All tea bag folding tiles, again, that you can print and turn into all sorts of things. So again, link to that is in the description box below. It's my little spiel on tea bag folding tiles. These are set up to be 2 inches by 2 inches, but of course different printers print slightly differently. So in my case, this actually printed out to slightly less than 2 inches. It doesn't matter too much what your printer spits out. What you're going to want to do is take 6 of these tea bag folding tiles and then cut them into quarters like this. So cut in half one way and in half the other. So if it isn't 2 inches, you just measure it, divide by 2, and cut along that line. Alright, so once you've got your 24 1-inch squares that are quarters of your tea bag folding tiles, you're going to stick that in a little pile to the side. Pull out a blank card, which is a half of an 8.5 by 11. So when folded, it becomes 4 1/4 by 5.5, or 8.5 by 5.5 inches. You're also going to need some PVA craft glue. This is the generic name for Elmer's glue. If you're in the States, that's what you would get. And if you're in Australia, PVA is what you're looking for. It's simply a craft glue that a lot of kids use at school. I like it because it's water-based. Easy to stick down, works great with paper. Yeah, it's good on all kinds of levels. And then you just need a little flat brush to work with to apply the glue. Now, the first thing you want to do is apply a bit of glue to the edge of your paper and all the way around. You want to apply it very, very, very thinly. Because you don't want the paper to warp. You want it to lie nice and flat when you attach it to the paper, or to your cardstock. And once you've got that, you decide where you're going to put it. And you can, if you want a different pattern than what I've got here, you can totally lay them out ahead of time, kind of get an idea of what you want, and then go from there. But I'm going to be doing the same pattern I have on that pink one. And with the center facing towards the center, I'm going to put the template directly on top of the card. And as you know from the last video, the template has been sized so that you get the best effect for a 4 1/4 by 5.5 card. And again, if you want different size cards, leave me a note in the comments. I can totally make a video for templates for other sizes, but the technique's the same. So I'm going to put this in the upper right-hand corner, just like so. And press it down neatly, and then move on to the next one. So once again, a little bit of glue applied just to the edges. And again, a little goes a very long way with this. And I'm using a laminate sheet that I bought as a sample at Bunnings. You can use anything you've got, from a tile to something, anything that's glass even, anything that's really, really flat and won't soak in the glue. So you line it up, and then you place the other one exactly how you want to orient it. So in this case, I'm putting the center of the original square towards the middle and apply. And you kind of get the idea. We're going to put one here and then one here. And in order to keep your surface from getting too tacky or sticky and getting glue on the wrong side of the paper, we're just going to take a damp face cloth periodically and wipe off that surface. It is water-based glue, so it'll wash out in the washing machine, but it's just to keep it from getting too messy. And as long as your printer ink isn't such that it will make the color bleed, you should be fine as far as the paper getting wet. I like to get my tea bag folding tiles printed out at like an office supply store, as I find that, again, they're waterproof ink and, all of that sort of thing. It just creates a much better image to work with, and it's far less expensive than printing it out on your home printer. But it's up to you how you go about doing it. Okay, once you've done the first four, you're going to shift your template over so that the new center is just to the right of your previous ones. And as you can probably guess, you're going to pop one here and here. For this particular pattern, as you can see, the bottom right quadrant is going to have them all have the centers all facing up and to the left, upper right, down and to the left, and so on and so forth to get this effect. And once again, as you can probably guess, you're going to just pop the next one up top, put in two more, and so on and so forth to finish the entire piece. Okay, once the main area is done, you are going to continue at the top and the bottom and just allow the extra piece to hang off the edge. We're going to trim that afterwards. Okay, now you want to clean your brushes immediately, so I'm going to do that with a little warm water and warm soapy water, and I'll be right back to finish up the video. Okay, now that the squares have been applied, we're just going to turn the paper over and trim off any excess as far as little squares go. Anything that's hanging off the paper. I am using a paper trimmer so that it looks nice and neat and straight, but you could use a pair of scissors if that's what you have. No problems. Be very careful when cutting along the edge that is the spine of the card. You definitely do not want to cut through the card. And one more side. And there we go, one paper quilted card. So you definitely, if you find that your card is warping a little bit, like you've had maybe applied a little bit too much glue, something like that. Sometimes even when you put a normal amount of glue, it can warp a little bit. And just put it between 2 sheets of wax paper in between 2 heavy books, or a stack of books on top of it. The wax paper, of course, to keep the glue off the books. Other than that, you can have a play with, you know, gridding it out however you like. If you would like a different design to work with, let me know. I'm happy to make more video options for this technique. And I hope you give paper quilting a try. I'll be back on Wednesday with another video, and until then, I hope you have a great day, and take care. We'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.